Good day and welcome back to another Dbz Dokkan Metal video. In this video we're going to be taking a look at the latest Virtual Dokkan Ultimate Clash and my teams that I use. We'll start off with Broly, but as always, around 2.5 minutes into the video we'll go through every single team that I used for every single boss. So if you want to skip there, you can instead do that. Here you'll see me build the team for Broly. The number one thing to consider when taking on Broly is having a ceiling unit. Broly is immune to stunning and will raise both his attack and defense upon his super attack, but he will also launch a AoE normal attack that can cause a bit of damage. So the two utilities that you need to bring are ceiling and attack lowering and defense lowering. Well, mainly just attack lowering. This will enable you to massively reduce the scope of Broly's damage and also give yourself a much better time. Now Broly this time around is a physical type unit, so we need to consider the super and the extreme side. I could have gone with the extreme side, but the extreme side doesn't have a lot of access to ceiling units, like at all. So instead I decided to go with the super side. Here we have Chi-Chi, who is a great ceiling unit, and alongside Chi-Chi we also have the Great Saiyaman 1 and Fidel unit, which is a April Fool's unit. I think you can get them through the Portal of Memories still, but they're very good because they do two things that we need. Firstly, they seal, and secondly, they lower attack. So they kind of double up and really do a great job against extreme units. So they definitely are quite key to the performance here. We also have access to some stronger free-to-play units. For example, the Strength Krillin, although I'm not using him, is a very solid option due to his damage reduction capabilities when guard is active. We have the Strength Vegito, the Blue Vegito, who's just a great lead, 130% super type lead, and also just in general a pretty strong unit, also lowers attack. We have B-Pan, who's also a very strong unit, gives us healing, gives us good presence as well. So yeah, I would say the super strength team definitely feels probably most productive. And definitely feels like the best option for taking on Broly. It is a little bit of a grind. We don't have a huge damage dealer because we're trying to avoid taking some of the more summonable units. But I do have SS3 Vegeta, who is a great choice as a tanking unit, and we also have the Vegeta God, who's also a pretty good unit as well. But yeah, it took a little bit of time. As you can see, we went through a couple charges, a couple turns, but we got it done quite comfortably. It wasn't really at any point that we were going to lose. Once you get the first seal, you're basically good to go. If you only have one sealer, then putting B-Pan at the front of the turn is generally okay. So if you put the sealer in the second turn and put B-Pan in the other turn, you should still be fine because B-Pan will soak up any super attack that's fired at her and heal up the damage as well. So that does cover you for the most part. So if you're struggling to have a second sealer, you can just do that strategy. You should come out more than fine, so don't worry about it too much. But yeah, no, definitely was a good run, good team build. Really, quite straightforward, quite smooth. Lots of healing, lots of utility. Really solid options. I do think super strength, like I said, is better equipped than extreme strength, but you can go that way as well. It's just going to depend on what you feel like doing. So now we're going to go through the rest of the bosses and just show you guys my team build for them, so we're all on the same page and you guys can have your own good ideas on how to take on the bosses. You can adjust these teams as always. I'll just point out any key units, which for the most part is just the sealers. So with Chaozu, we use the Team Bardock team as always. This saves us a ton of teams. For those who don't know, I generally run mono teams, which means I run like strength against physical, for example. But for the first two fights, I always use mixed teams, being the free-to-play Team Bardock and the free-to-play Ginyu Force. So Team Bardock for the first and Ginyu Force for the second, except for Int Captain Ginyu, because he's very useful later on. Then against Frieza, who's immune to stunning and attack lowering and defense lowering, and he lowers your attack. The sealer here that we're going to be using, nothing too much, just pure strength for him and Tapion. Overall, you can get by with pure strength in these two earlier fights, because generally speaking you're just way stronger than the boss. GT Goku is when things get a little bit harder. He's also immune to stunning, sealing, attack lowering, and defense lowering, but he'll lower your defense by 50% with his super, which can cause you a lot of harm. Here Ribrianne and Giru are going to be your best options. Next we have the Gohan. So this is Gohan Youth. He's very similar to Goku, except he can be attack lowered and defense lowered, but he has evasion. He also lowers your defense a lot, so be careful. Here the sealers were Jackie Chun, God Goku, and also Oolong and Launch. Against Bojack, who raises his defense on his super, who's also immune to stunning and attack lowering, defense lowering. Obviously we used a physical team, very strong Great Saiyaman 1 and 2 coming in clutch here with their sealing ability, and also the 18 key. Remember the 18 key on Master Roshi, very, very crucial. Then Gotenks, who is immune to stunning and can evade attacks, can fire 2 attacks and can stun you. Here obviously you want to seal him as well. He is strength type though, so you have a lot of strong AGL options. Paikuhan, quite important, and Goku and Arale, quite important from a sealing perspective. And then we have the Super Buu, who can be stunned and sealed. He can also stun you, but it's more important to actually stun him, because that will stop him healing, and he heals quite a bit. So stunning him is actually very crucial. But that's that from me. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like, and I will see you guys in the next one. So until then, as always, take care, stay safe, and thank you guys for watching, and let me know if you need any more help, and until then, bye.